Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Meister Lampe with an ace tanker battle in one of my tier 10 tanks. This is the Chinese medium tank, the it's not WZ, it's just 121. And this was actually my first battle in it. And well, it was very bad. This was the black battle. Yeah, but I can use the video footage to show you the looks of the tank and tell you something about the stats. The gun is a 122mm one. It's the Chinese copy of the IS-8's and IS-4's Top Gun. So the alpha damage is 440, and this is the highest alpha damage amongst all tier 10 medium tanks. And this gun has not only the highest alpha damage on tier 10 for the mediums, but also the second highest damage per minute output. So this is really a great gun. And it's not even inaccurate or something, or has a very bad aim time like many Russian high caliber guns. The accuracy is 0.35. It's not the best, but it's not bad. And the aim time is 2.7. Yeah, could be better, but it's okay. But what is really bad in this tank is the gun depression. It's just -3 degrees. I think this is one of the worst gun depressions in the game. So this area is not very well suited for me, for this tank. And there the enemy FV-215B 183, the Death Star, got me. And I don't know how, he must have been somewhere in the woods and killed me. So without further ado, we go to the next battle. I had this one immediately after the first one you just saw. The T-62A showed me the side of his turret, and yeah, welcome. It's 415 hit points for me. The Object 140 is going in very aggressively against that AMX 3090, and I immediately followed him. And it's very nice to see some people taking the initiative and taking some damage and bringing on the attack. But now the AMX 3090 is certainly just waiting for me to come around the corner. But that, I thought, what can I do else? I don't want to go around there and get some shots in the side by that AMX 3090, so I thought, well, let's go around this long warehouse and attack him from behind. Again, the Object 140 is going in very aggressively, taking the first hits. I follow him, and I wanted to take out the T-62A first. I unfortunately blocked the Object 140 here, and he got hit again by the T-62A. Maybe I could have avoided this. Well, whatever. The T-62A got destroyed, and now I try to take the lead and trying to take some damage for them. I still have 100% health. And we're going for that Löwe now. He's looking at me. I try to dodge his shot, try to get into his side. I get hit in the side by an AT-15. And that was not very clever what I did here, but I got away with it. I should have gone behind the Löwe. And now let's go for the AT-15. I already bounced one of the AT-15 shots. The protection of the 121 is actually quite okay. It's comparable to the T-54, the Russian Tier 9 medium. The upper glacis is 120mm thick and very well angled. I'll show you a review of the armor protection at the end of this video. So we cleared the eastern front and then proceeded to town, where we met at E75 to my left and an Object 140 to my right, and I immediately decided to go for the Object 140 first. He's a very dangerous opponent, and as he came around the corner I hit him and took off his tracks, and I'm trying to block the shots from the Centurion 7-1, and well, that was quick. I thought that we will take longer to destroy the Object 140, and then we all went for the E75, go for the side of his turret. It's an easier target than the hull, I think. The E75 was also destroyed very quickly, and this was great teamwork. The Object 140 was again very aggressively against that E75, and he was toe-to-toe with the E75 and trying to use his great turret armor. I fired on the move at that artillery, but I missed, and then I thought, okay, let the Object 140 have the artillery, and I go for that IS-7. I waited for the IS-7 to come around the corner, but he quite did not, and I just fired off a shot, and well, I don't know how the hell I could penetrate him there. The angle was very steep, and there were the tracks, and okay, but I did 442 damage. That's what counts. I have to say, the AMX 3090, the guy was also a great player. Very good team play, and he helped us to take out the IS-7. This was a very tough game. The score was 10-11. The enemy still had 4 tier 10 tanks left and an artillery, and we had a tier 8 artillery, a 3090, an E75, and just 1 tier 10 tank left, and that was me. So the pressure was up on me, and I really wanted to take this home as a victory. I had done so many damage so far. And the Object 140, the enemy Object 140, just passed in front of me, and I could hit him in the rear. And there's the mouse, and I waited for the T-57 Heavy because he was a one-shot for me. And there the Object 140 hit me, and I don't know why. He fired HE. Why the hell? The T-125 just came around that corner and presented himself as a very easy target, and I don't know why he did that. He just should have waited for the mouse to show up, to back him up. And also the Object 140 again shot with high explosive ammunition at me. Maybe he was out of AP, I don't know. And the mouse is, I think, going to reset the cap, because the AMX 3090 was in the enemy cap and tried to capture. He was already at 50%. I came around this corner, and then I met the Object 140, fired a snapshot and killed him. And now I was not sure where the mouse is coming. Is he around that corner or the other one? Or is he just going back for that cap and trying to reset? Just trying to poke around that corner in a side scraping maneuver. And there he was. I fired off another snapshot, but only hit the side and doing no damage. But now I was sure that the mouse was going back for the cap. The AMX 3090 was such a crazy guy. He already hit him 1 or 2 times. Then the artillery hit the mouse, just left a few hit points, and this AMX 3090 was such a crazy guy. He destroyed the mouse. Really good job, buddy. So here's the final result. Ace Tanker Battle, as I already said. It was also a Top Gun, and I got 5742 experience. It was on an X3 weekend. Here's the team result. I did 5200 damage. Also the AMX 3090 had a great game. And also an honorable mention goes to the Object 140. Very aggressively going in, taking the damage and yeah, opening the way for us. And this was a pleasure to play with those guys. Also the Centurion 71 and the T-71 very aggressively on the eastern flank and clearing that flank in a really short time. So my verdict about the 1-1, it's a very good tank, it's a very good medium, and I really like it and have a lot of fun. It's a good brawler, it's not as quick and agile as the T-62A or the Object 140, but it makes up for this with its superb gun, 440 alpha damage and also very good DPM. But you have to be really careful in hilly terrain, because the gun depression is very bad. It's -3 degrees. The T-62A, for example, has -5 degrees. Finally, let's get to the armor of the 1-1. I'm using the Tank Inspector for this. I'm switching to the armor zones. There you can see the different zones of armor protection on the tank. The upper glacis, for example, has 120 millimeters. where the lower just has a protection of 80 millimeters, and also the sides of the hull. The tracks act as 20 millimeters of spaced armor. And when we have a look at the turret, we can see that these red zones on the front have a protection of 240 millimeters. These other red stripes on the front and on the lower side have a protection of 185. And these orange stripes have a thickness of 130, where these dark yellow ones have a thickness of 95. And there's a thin part on the back of the turret which has just 60 millimeters. When you look at the top of the tank and the turret, we can see that the frontal top is 60, the rear top is 30 millimeters, which also applies for the top of the tank, for the top of the hull. So you can see that there are no big weak spots on this tank. The frontal turret is very good, and if you angle the hull correctly, you can also bounce a lot of shots. And yeah, no big weak spots. On top of the turret there are these commander's cupolas and hatches, but thickness is 185 millimeters and they are very small. And if you don't hit them spot on, you will also bounce. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something new. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.